No matter from which generation you are, a character that will never fall short to mark its presence with delight in your heart is Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo!
One of the all-time favorite characters has made a long journey in which at different phases it proved itself of being better and better compared with other famous characters of all time. Welcome back to Evo Chronicles, where we showcase the evolution of movies, video games, and characters. And in this video, we are going to see the evolution of Scooby-Doo. Origin, debut, about the character. Writer Joe Ruby and Ken Spears are said to be the creator of the famous character. Scooby-Doo is an American animated franchise comprising many animated television series produced from 1969 till the present. It is the eponymous character and protagonist of the animated television franchise of the same name, created in 1969 by the American animated company Hanna-Barbera. Can you imagine a sidekick character who eventually turns out to be a show stealer? Its title was originally named as Mysteries 5. The dog who later became Scooby was a character, a bongo-playing dog named Too Much. Silverman stated that he came up with the name from the syllables dooby-dooby-doo in Frank Sinatra's hit song Strangers in the Night. But the term Scooby-Doo had already been in use long before that as Cockney rhyming slang for the word clue. The appearance of characters in comics, novels, or books. We had Marvel, who portrayed the comic book character in a movie, but it was completely opposite here. Gold Key Comics began publication of Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? In 1969, which had adaptations of episodes of the television story. Later, the comic books focused on all original stories, ending with issue number 30 in 1974. The craze by then had reached several heights, as the television series had by then gained a huge amount of fans. From 1977 to 1979, Marvel Comics published 9 issues of Scooby-Doo, written by Evanier and drawn by Spiegel. In 2004, a limited series of 100 comic books called Scooby-Doo World of Mystery was released, where you can see the characters solving the country cases one after the other. In 2016, DC launched a new monthly comic book named as Scooby Apocalypse, in the post-apocalyptic world with the character renovated. It too had mixed reviews, but altogether, a Saturday morning read to start the day with laughter and joy. The appearance of characters in animated television series. Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Was the first American animated mystery comedy television series in the list produced by Hanna-Barbera for CBS. It aired from 1969 till October 31st, 1970. It is the first incarnation of a long-running media franchise primarily consisting of animated series. The role of each character was strongly defined in it, and soon it gained popularity around the globe. The next on the list is the new Scooby-Doo movies, which made its mark in 1972 with a 1-hour episode where a real or fictitious guest helps the gang solve the mysteries. It also had another character who played a significant role in the show run. It had altogether 2 seasons and 24 episodes in it. The Scooby-Doo show is next on the list, where Hanna-Barbera had a deal with Silverman to bring new episodes of Scooby-Doo, and it eventually made its way and had a decent run in the television as a hit, popular show. It contained altogether 40 episodes. After this, a series of new episodes made its way out with the character of Scooby-Doo sealing the limelight with his case-solving, unintended abilities. Few shows in the lineup which had a run were Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo, the new Scooby and Scrappy-Doo show, The 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, A Pup Named Scooby-Doo, What's New Scooby-Doo, Shaggy and Scooby-Doo Get a Clue. The latest show to be featured was Scooby-Doo and Guess Who, which is the 13th television series in the Scooby-Doo franchise, produced by Chris Bailey. It debuted on Cartoon Network on July 8, 2019, and on the Boomerang channel on October 1st, 2020. The second season of this was released on October 1st, 2021. The appearance of the character in animated television films. The start of the animated television films of Scooby-Doo was done by Scooby-Doo Meets the Boo Brothers, released in 1987. The story revolves around finding the treasure, which eventually, at last, was found. The movie kept the audience alive with its vibrating features and was loved by almost all generations of people. The second on the list is Scooby-Doo and the Ghoul School, which was released on the 16th of October 1988. It was an animated, made-for-television film produced by Hanna-Barbera for syndication as part of the Hanna-Barbera Superstars, which had 10 series in it. The plot was made catchy enough to hold the seat till its end. The Scooby-Doo and Scratchy-Doo were shown as the major part, and the defeat of the villain is highlighted in the movie. No matter what, they make the children always have a good time watching and enjoying the film. Scooby-Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf is the next on the list, which was released in the same year, 1988, on the 13th of November. It marked Scrappy-Doo's last appearance as a protagonist in the Scooby-Doo franchise to date. He would not appear in a Scooby-Doo production again until the live-action Scooby-Doo film in 2002, where he was the main antagonist. It is also the last appearance of Shaggy's outfit from the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo until Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. The end was crafted so well that they're all shown back home, and Oogie uses the book to change Shaggy back to normal. That night, the gang all sit down to watch another horror movie and eat pizza. In this final scene, Dracula and the Hunch Bunch sneak up to their window and menacingly announce their return as the film ends. After a gap of 6 years, the next film made its way on the red carpet. Scooby-Doo in Arabian Nights, which got its release in 1994. It's an adaptation of the Book of 1001 Nights, and features appearances by Scooby-Doo and Shaggy Rogers in wraparound segments. The movie has a bulk of its scene featuring two tales, one Yogi Bear and Boo Boo Bear, and the other starring Magilla Gorilla. It clearly shows the budget that was involved in its making. The movie, too, made its mark in the viewer's heart and remains one of the Scooby-Doo amazing films. Animated direct-to-video films. Popularity for Scooby-Doo had grown in the 1990s due to reruns aired on Cartoon Network. The channel's parent company, Time Warner, suggested developing a direct-to-video, or DTV, film on the property. This gave rise to Scooby-Doo animated direct-to-video films. The first release was in 1998, named as Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, the American direct-to-video animated mystery comedy horror film. In this, Shaggy, Scooby, Fred, Velma, and Daphne reunite after a year-long interval from mystery. They investigate a bayou island said to be haunted by the ghost of the pirate Morgan Moonscar. A fun, yet thrilling film that will hold you in your seat till the end. The second in line to get its release was on the 5th of October 1999. It was Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost. A few other animated direct-to-video films are Scooby-Doo and the Alien Invaders, Scooby-Doo and the Loch Ness Monster, Aloha Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo Pirates Ahoy. Till now, 36 animated direct-to-video films have been released, which has enhanced the popularity of Scooby-Doo by thousandfolds. The latest in the list is Straight Outta Nowhere, Scooby-Doo Meets Courage the Cowardly Dog, which was released on September 14th, 2021. The film is a crossover between Scooby-Doo and the Cartoon Network show Courage the Cowardly Dog. The film was released digitally, which got a positive response from critics and fans both. This just revamped the whole fan base of Scooby-Doo. Animated theatrical films. Scooby-Doo the Movie is a 2002 live-action computer-animated fantasy adventure comedy film based on the long-running Hanna-Barbera animated television franchise. The plot revolves around Mystery Incorporated, a group of 4 young adults and a talking dog who solve mysteries, who reunite after a 2-year disbandment to investigate a mystery at a popular horror-themed tropical island resort. The film was released on June 14, 2002, and grossed $275 million worldwide. The film received generally negative reviews from critics, who criticized its script, humor, and visual effects. However, the film has maintained a cult following over the years. The next release was done by Scooby-Doo 2: Monsters Unleashed in 2004. It is the second installment in the Scooby-Doo live-action film series, and a sequel to 2002's Scooby-Doo, and was directed by Raja Gosnell, written by James Gunn, and released by Warner Bros. Pictures. The film was released on March 26, 2004. Like the first film, it received generally negative reviews from critics, and grossed $181 million, considerably less than its predecessor. Even though the reviews that it got were negative, the movie somehow captured and marked its presence in the younger generation's hearts. The next, and the latest one which got its release, was Scoob. It's a 2020 American computer-animated mystery comedy film based on Hanna-Barbera's Scooby-Doo franchise, produced by Warner Animation Group and distributed by Warner Bros. Pictures. It is a reboot of the theatrical Scooby-Doo film series, and the third theatrical film based on the characters, following Scooby-Doo 2002 and Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed 2004. The film story follows Mystery Incorporated investigating their biggest and most challenging mystery behind the secret legacy and the true purpose of their own mascot that connects with the plan to unleash Cerberus. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, it got its release digitally, and Scoob topped digital rental charts in its first 3 weekends of release. It too got mixed reviews, but was far better than its previous 2 movies. The buzz around the character is its new movie has set up a line to clear the obstacles and come with a release in 2022 in a spin-off titled Scoob: Holiday Haunt. It would be interesting to see whether this will become the most liked and loved Scooby-Doo movie of all time. So, that's all for today's video. Let us know which is your favorite Scooby-Doo film to date. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Evo Chronicles and hit that notification bell so that you can always be notified by our regular updates. Stay connected to know more about your superheroes.